Look on the bright side, Tymon. If you do nothing, the missing children cannot be more dead.
Oh,
that's an interesting line to walk in on. Pardon me dropping hellfire next to you. So you walk up and ask Dolos missing children.
Plucked from the fields like ripe olives, and taken far too voraciously to be mere coincidence.
and we won't lose another. I'll find the culprit, and I'll
Stammer them into submission? You've got the countenance of a lion, but the roar of a lamb. One must not be meek when metal is required. The children need a hero, not a milksop.
You're right. Tymon the timid no more.
That's it. No child leaves a silent trail. We need only find the fruit of their folly. And I wager daring do is far from foreign to you, friend. Oh, you've scars that would put the scribes to shame.
This only works because on my warlock she is covered in scars. My sorcerer would not. Oh. Why are you not highlighted? Find clues regarding the missing children. Waterlogged clothing. Discarded children's clothing, sodden and stained, mud and ruddy wrack permeate the matted refuse.
Could they have drowned here?
Not without the lungs of a bird and some creativity.
Hilurmage asked, is his name being Dolos supposed to be important? I don't know. Having not played the previous Diablo games and also not knowing certain Americana references, there are definitely times that I don't see the Easter egg until it's right on top of me. Mutilated carcasses. Dismembered livestock crudely positioned in circular formation. The wounds are jagged and cursory, splintering bone and weeping organs.
Rudimentary demon worship. Sloppy, too.
Why take the heads?
Someone to talk to?
I don't think that's how that works, but alright. It's an idea. Sodden wrappings. Coarse linen formed into crudely constructed sacks. A rust-colored fluid drips from the saturated mass, revealing children's footprints.
Odd place for laundry.
Are we having a Children of the Corn moment? Are the children the demon worshippers? Broken bottles. Scattered bottles, broken and grimed with sludge, crimson pools of blood weave through the fogged shards of glass.
Rare to see children turn to the bottle.
That's blood.
Not my preferred vintage either.
No children. Just blood and refuse. The trail has washed away.
That's it, Tymon. Water. Perhaps they went to the waterway.
Looking at chat, Ilurmage says Dolos from Greek to English is kind of like deception. Dolos was a god of trickery. Interesting. And Dolos is the one giving us advice, specifically to Tymon. He might be leading us astray intentionally. We'll find out. Oh, there's water critters.
A child! By the river!
And rats.
I told you to trust your instincts.
And these sacks. The children.
Wrapped sack.
He's alive. Ben, but who did?
Ask and you shall.
Ask and you shall receive, Dolos says.
once, but not without purpose. There's something familiar here.
There is a brine-stained letter, a salt-grimed letter about failed offerings. And there doesn't seem to be anything else we can interact with.
It has no taste for foreign children. Only the blood of Scovos will earn our reward. We spotted vagrant children in the village ruins. They will be fitting offerings.
You tell Dolos they're offering the children to someone, or something.
That's the tale. The brigands who offered children to the sea for promise of luck and riches. The Zelos.
That was just a story to keep children cautious of the sea, right?
Looks like some have taken it to heart. But this tale's ending has yet to be written. If we are swift, we can see it return to fable.
I mean, we did just find a pile of dead children, I will say. So you ask Zelos.
There's an old story of a child falling overboard the merchant's vessel, drowning in the churn of the sea. When they retrieved his body, they found a cache of gold alongside his remains. It's a tale from centuries ago, but whispers spoke of brigands who saw a drowned child as a mark of luck. Offerings made for fortune received. They were known as the Zelos.
Foreign children.
Easy prey among the devoted and destitute that followed Akarat.
They came for salvation.
Aye, but malice found them first. Compassion is too often the cloak of the cruel.
Folly of the flock travel to the village ruins. The Zelos are behind the children's disappearances. They offer children to the sea for luck and riches, but they seem to have a new benefactor. Their next target is vagrant children in the southern ruins. I must stop these sacrifices and find the root of this madness. And so again, the village children are all dead but one. Let's see what we can do. And we do not have any chance to interact with Tymon. So I guess we're doing this on our own. Unless he shows up. But given that the children were taken from the fields violently, we can also assume that their families got injured in the process.
No bodies here. Perhaps we're not too late.
Ah, optimism. The hallmark of heroes and fools. Let's fancy ourselves the former.
You say to Tymon, we need to find the children before the pirates do.
I've seen the children around these parts. They play in the room, spooking passersby.
Then we can't let the Zealous spoil their fun, can we?
Find the children in the village ruins. There are 3 children. Alright, let's start south and work our way north. Because we're already kind of in the middle. I assume if I show up with a demon in tow, these kids are going to be more scared of me than a brigand. If I were a small child hiding in a ruin, where would I be?
A child ahead. We're late, but not too late.
Brine-fouled cage.
The Zelos are hiding. Watch your backs.
From what, I wonder?
Foreboding Letter, a letter discussing the abducted children.
I haven't seen Samir in days. He said he heard his mum's voice coming from the kid, taunting him. Crazy bastard.
And see, if these were the followers of Akarat's children, I'd be like, alright, well, clearly the kid's possessed. But these are local kids. Alright, so we're looking for a child. Found.
They're so quiet. Not a word.
You'd rather they prattle? Consider it a gift.
I have concerns. Foreboding Letter. Another letter discussing the abducted children.
We don't sleep near the children anymore. Not since we woke with bags around their heads, tight at the neck. They just sat there, hands bound, giggling.
The children are haunted, y'all. That's okay. Let's go investigate this small, scary child.
Kakkos will reward us. We will not be denied.
Kakkos? But why would Kakkos?
Who is Kakkos?
An ancient demon common to childhood stories. But Kakkos is a demon of mischief, not sacrifice.
A common misconception with so much brine between the ears.
There's a hidden shrine to Kakkos beneath the northern Cascades. That's where they'll be. That's where they've taken the children.
Hero or fool, Tymon will prove himself today. The lamb has become a lion.
You say the children were silent, eerily so.
You've seen your fair share of suffering, I wager. Toughen to it. Children have no such luxury. Each horror is a first. Yet, it is wise to question what hides behind a quiet stare, no matter how innocent the face.
Some of the Zelos fear the children.
The line between creativity and calamity is narrow at best. For a child, those words are often the same. Perhaps the Zelos welcomed more than they bargained for.
And again, Skovos is a land where they accept that their ancestors are both angels and demons, and these are literally homeless children. Let's find out what's going on. Travel to Kakkos Folly. The comment about mischief makes me wonder if Kakkos is annoyed at the children, about the children, like... If he's a god of mischief, is he the children's god first? Let's find out.
The boy is hasty. A hero's conviction, a fool's folly.
Where's Tymon?
He's gone on ahead. Seems poised to measure the Zelos himself. Heroic indeed. But we should be quick to follow.
Especially because the shield he has is clearly like a level 1 paladin shield. What do you know of Kakkos?
Stories say it was a trickster demon. Fancied toying with mortals. But that's old tale. Reality is rarely so simple. and often misconstrued. Some say Kakkos was respected, even welcomed in ancient times. Offerings were made to jape your neighbor, or punish a fool. But drowned children? A sudden joke.
So that moment where the pirates woke with bags around their necks but the children's hands were still tied, that could have been a prank that Kakkos would have found a suitable tribute, right? Okay, so reminder, in this entire expansion, rats can fight you, and I hate that because they're so hard to target. Also, is this coral? This is coral. Right. Water. That's a crab. Tiny, tiny ghost crabs.
Tymon has made his mark. The crabs will welcome his offering.
Boss time. See how bad of an idea this is.
Couldn't find a sack big enough. Shame too. I'm sure Kakkos would have welcomed this child.
I don't know if he's dead. He might be dead. You say Tymon.
A true hero's fate, ultimately undone by the weakness that surrounds them. But I will make sure your story is known, Tymon. Your daring to immortalize. As respect from one fool to another. I normally have no taste for tried blood sacrifices. Such a mess, so many stains. But today, for Tymon, Kakkos will make an exception.
Those were the strange children.
The zealous return to fable.
So those are entirely new creatures, except we saw on the boat ride over to Skovos, we saw our first mermaid, which was one of the creatures that Akarat had commanded to attack us. So you ask, Dolos, you're Kakkos.
It's a name I've not used for some time. These cowards thought I was responsible for the rewards of drowned children. Sullied my reputation. They were fun to toy with for a time, but never underestimate the zeal of the desperate and the daft. Cowards have been the bane of your kind since my kin first born you in these lands. You only survived because of your heroes, the real mischief makers. Come, let us chat outside. The children will see to Tymon.
There was a glowing light and all of them vanished, including him. Interesting. So we leave the dungeon. So yay, Ilura Mage was right. So the children are playing in the water. You see heroes as mischief makers.
Indeed, and I have a deep respect for them. They challenge routine death and suffering in the mortal realm, turning habit on its head. Mischief makers through the form. How would you describe someone who thwarts the efforts of the Lord of Hatred?
You're a demon who does not celebrate mortal death.
Why would I? Explanation of my audience? Does a farmer favor a famine? That's why I separated myself from my kin ages ago. Wanton death and destruction give me little to work with. Sorrow snuffs the flame of foolery.
And we saw in Nahantu, in Vessel of Hatred, that the people there also have a very different relationship with demons, because one of the gods of the hunt is actually a demon who rewards hunters who grant sacrifice and protects their families. Are those the children we saved?
They are my actors, masquerading where mischief is required. In truth, the children were already dead when you and Tymon first took to the hunt. But it is not my place to deal with mortal quibbles. That is a task for mortals alone. While I always welcome the opportunity for a grand tale and mischief along the way, I hope you can avoid the fate of a true hero, friend.
In other words, don't get killed. Got it. So there's always... Oh, we got a title. Mischief Maker. A player title. Oh, that's cute, actually. A lot of the time when you get rewards at the end of a quest like that, sometimes it'll have flavor text. And this is the Mischief Maker of Reanimation, two-handed axe. Every good trickster has a reliable side splitter. It's guaranteed to cut through a crowd. Kakkos. Oh, goodness. And it's actually a good weapon. And will unlock a new appearance. So, alright, we'll take that. And also, his line about his kin bearing humans implies, I think, that he was one of the original demons that came with Lilith here. That he might have been here the whole time. And because he was not one of the ones that betrayed humanity, he didn't get killed then. If that's the case, that's actually really cool. He did openly say he has not gone by Kakkos in a very long time. He did not say that he was lying, because we don't know if Dolos is one of his many names, right? If you look at it through that lens, he might not have lied to us. But that's also giving him a very strong benefit of the doubt. At the end of the dungeon, the three children, you saw their demon forms. And they also helped you fight. And then they turn back into their child forms, and when you're talking to Dolos, he also says, and my children and I, you know, let's leave, I can't remember the boy's name, in the hands of the children, and they turn back into child form, and they glow with light, and his body glows with light, and all four of them vanish. But then you find them outside the dungeon, and the three children are playing in the water, but you don't see the boy. He did die before you got to that final boss. So, given that he is an ocean god demon, I wonder if they simply returned him to the water? I don't think we're going to see him again, because usually these closed side story arcs don't repeat. But, it was cute.